Hi everyone, this is Louis Garcia. I'm here in my home in the Virginia Appalachian Mountains. I'm going to try to do this in one take. I want to talk a little bit about how to follow up with your leads. We've covered a little bit on verifying leads over the phone, meaning the business card leads that I was showing you that I was calling. And I want to go through the process all the way to closing. I'm trying to make this 5 minutes long. If you didn't know this, I used a contact management form. It's actually called the contact follow-up sheet. Now I'm going to send you a link with this sheet on it that you can download from Send Out Cards. It's also found in a Daily 8 on the curriculum on top. Please take note of the Send Out Cards crystal that was sent to us here. My wife and I are really proud of that. We have it on display. But let's go over this form because it's really important. Once you start generating and verifying these leads, sometimes we get lost in the shuffle. You might lose a few leads that you won't even follow up with because you're processing a lot. So let's just go over this form real quick. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and enter the contact's name and address. Of course, you want to enter the phone number. And then there's a 6-step process of how to close that lead and get them into training. The first step is the contact manager. Now, you want to get them into your contact manager, and that's what I was trying to show you with the verifying the leads. Your job is not to sell this business. Your job is not to close entrepreneurs. Your job is to show this business to as many people as you can. So I was just online right now speaking to a photographer, and all I asked her was, hey, can I show you how I develop my pictures and how I send them to my clients? And she actually said yes and gave me her mailing address. So again, whether you're talking to them on the phone, you're meeting them on the road, just get their information. That's what you're there for. You're not there to talk. You're not there to tell about Send Out Cards and try to go too deep into it. You're there to collect the information, and that's it. Once you get that information, cut it off. Go to the next person. So again, get that information. Making contact. The way you're going to make contact, and that's the next thing, is by sending a friendly card, a heartfelt card, not a salesy card. So you're going to get the information, put them in your contact manager. Remember, I spoke about getting 5 contacts a week into your contact manager. These are verified leads. We can throw any leads that we want in there, but I like to verify them. And the reason I verify them is to see if they're friendly or not. You can get a lot from a handshake and a phone call. If the person is not friendly, go to the next person. Your job is to tell people about Send Out Cards. Show the business, not sell the business. Again, make contact, send the heartfelt cards out, and make sure you're going to see here the ones that I've been posting and the ones that I've been displaying on the Send Out Cards corporate website. This is a friend of mine, Danny. It's heartfelt. Those are his daughters. The back of the card has full pic. Of course, the front, beautiful. I mean, you can't beat these cards. These are $1.23. Here's another card that you might have seen. It's a summer card. You open it, you have the full flap. These are all heartfelt cards. How can you say no to that? Another card, this guy, his name is Scott. I met him on Facebook, grabbed some of his pictures. I asked him, can I send you some images of your family? He said sure, gave me his address. I sent him this card, and you might have seen it. And he told me 3 days ago he wants to sign up. So he's almost ready to close. So again, you're going to make contact, verify the lead, get the information, send the heartfelt card. That is make contact. The next thing you want to do at GAW, you want to get them to send a card. The GAW, the gift account walkthrough, is one of the most important things you can do for your business. And how many people you walk through that gift account will directly affect how much success you're having with Send Out Cards. If you talk to any of the leaders, they'll tell you how many GAWs they do, and it's a direct reflection of the growth that you have with SOC. So you ultimately want to show the business. You want to sit down with them. Hey, did you get that card? Great. Can we set up an appointment? Can I show you how I sent it? Something like that. You want to set up those appointments either on the phone, preferably live. Sit down with them, show them how to send a card, have them send a card. If you can do those first 3 steps, you're well on your way. The next step would be in here, follow up, and you want to go ahead and check these off. And you want to know where each person is. Where do you have them? Is it time to close them? Is it time to send them the second card? And you want to make sure that you organize yourself in this way, because again, if you're doing 20 leads a month, the following month you're doing 20 more, you have to go back and do the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up, and you know that. So you have the best follow-up tool in the world. Let's use it. You want to follow up. And then the last thing is signing people up. At some point in that process, you're going to want to use a closed line, a closed sentence. The one I use is very simple. What can I do to get you started right now? It's important that you remain very quiet after you ask that, because once you ask, they're going to tell you what their reasoning is. You want to write that down, put it in your contact manager, write your notes down. Regardless, most of the time is, I don't have the $400. That's great, but you do have 30 days to get $400. Remember, we talked about that on the calls. If you haven't seen the calls or the video, how to verify a cold lead in 30 seconds or less, just ask and I'll send you that link. Again, you have to close them at some point. You don't want to do it in the beginning. You want to do it at the end. But the closing means you're taking that person to this next checkbox. And you're going to leave them there. Because once they tell you, I don't have the money, well, I say, well, how serious are you to start a home business? Is it the money, or is it that you're not serious about starting a home business? Because I truly believe anyone can come up with $400 in a 30-day period if they genuinely believed in the system. So anyways, again, contact follow-up sheet, you gotta have it. Go ahead and download. I actually sent you a link with the download. Print these out, write the names of your contacts, make sure you're following up. Another way that I like to follow up is checking the previous months and who did I send a card to. But if you have this sheet right here and you're using it correctly, you're gonna have great success. Again, it's Luis Garcia. See you at the top.